Hello there, watchy people. How's it going? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, Rags to Riches. You might notice that I'm in the sky. I decided, after the last episode, we own this field, and that's basically all we own, other than our tools, which are currently over here in the petrol station car park. So we need to change that. We probably ought to move them into my field at least, so that they're on my property. But this field, as I may have mentioned in previous videos, this field is quite lumpy and bumpy. If I come down to ground level, you can see that it's on a big old slope, which is a bit of an issue when you want to build stuff, because as you may or may not know, Farming Simulator requires, well, all buildings have to be level basically, which is like real life, I guess. That's true. You would level out a patch and build a building on it, but it means that the terrain is going to be all over the place. Not only is it going to like make bits that stick out and be all lumpy and bumpy everywhere, but it's also going to cost a lot of money. So I don't think this is a good field for building in. So I decided, this is why I can fly right now, because I decided to just have a look round. So I'm not technically playing at the moment, I'm just doing a bit of scouting. And yeah, I looked at the map, and we got a lot. I mean, there's so many fields to choose from, but I do want to be near to the store, and there are a lot of sell points over this way as well. There are fewer up the top and on the left hand side. They're mostly down here. So I want to stay in this lower area of the map, I think, and the fields will get bigger up there as well. So I think I have actually chosen the right area to be in. I don't know, maybe this one might be best, but for now I think what we're going to do is I had a look at these fields, and right down here is a nice grass field that is actually somewhat flat. It's about as flat as you get on this map, being based on Ireland and Britain more generally. It's got rolling countryside, so it's very hilly, but this has got quite a flat area that we can at least make a start on our own yard area. And yeah, in addition to that, it's also not a million miles away from the blue farm, which is one of the starting farms. So when we get enough money, sorry if my voice is a bit weird. I'm having coughing problems again at the moment. Anyway, yeah, if we get enough money, then we could even buy this place. It's got this weird patch of concrete, which I don't know if it is like a completely flat silage pit, like one without walls that maybe they've added for the map, or I don't know, maybe it's just they're intending for you to build a silage pit on top of it. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but anyway, that's what I'm thinking. So we could make connections up here. There is a wall and stuff, but apparently the bushes are destructible on this map, which was a big reason as to why I chose it, but I don't know how. I need to figure that one out, because it would be lovely to make our own access to the other fields. Also, if our farmyard's here, we could potentially buy this next one as well, and we've got a house as well then, or at least, yeah, potentially. It'd be fun to like rent that out. I know you can't do that in game, but we could sort of make something up. It depends if you can sleep in it or not. If you own it, it might come up with a icon for sleeping. You never know. But anyway, let me know what you think about that, because it's obviously going to take a while to afford it. Let's see what this field costs. If we go to X. Oh, okay. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, it's a parcel of land, and it's 250 grand. That's going to be a long way into what I wanted to do. That one's 70 grand, but I don't know how flat it is the other side of the road. That's this bit, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, you know what? That's not bad. Assuming I'm in the right place. Yeah, I am. That's only 60 grand. So, okay. And it's only just across the road from there anyway, so that's pretty good. And we can then incorporate the yard into this area that's got the awkward telegraph pole so that we don't have to like mow around it and stuff. Eventually. I mean, at the moment, the yard will probably be just like this little corner or something. I quite like that. This is okay. Well, I started recording with a guaranteed plan in mind, and then that all changed. But 250 grand, that is going to be doable at some point. One day we will have that kind of money. So yeah, I think we will do that. But in the meantime, we should probably move all our vehicles into this field so that we're not trespassing on other people's properties. There you have it, guys. That is everything in our field. You may have noticed that the cedar was a bit big. I will come out and get these things. I'll do that in the morning though. So yeah, it was just ridiculous. It's too big for this map for sure. So I sold the cedar. I do apologise for it getting dark. I mean, that's what happens at the end of the day. That's a funny expression, that, at the end of the day, because it's at the end of the day. So it's funny because it gets dark at the end of the day. At the end of the day. Oh man, if that's not an expression where you're from, then you will think I'm mad. But anyway, yes, that is everything back in the field. So yeah, I sold the cedar. I sold the cedar because it was just too big and it was crazy. So we need to buy ourselves a new cedar at some point when we need it. At the moment though, I think the most important thing is to get a bigger tractor and some mowing equipment and collecting equipment. So yeah, I think we'll have a look at that next. Good morning everyone. It is the next day and I've got my tent all sorted now. Did that in the dark last night apparently, although I don't know quite what's going on with the back here. Didn't like the placing there. Anyway, let's go sort out the what am I thinking? What's the word? The pallets that are in the... Oh, start the engine please, come on. There we go. Nice. So the pallets that we left in the road last night because, yeah, it's causing a little bit of traffic, unfortunately. And that is our fault. But then I think it's time to start thinking about... I think it's time to start thinking about upgrading, because we need to obviously get ourselves kitted out with the tools that we need to do our job. Is that under? Not quite. There we go. Now it is. Whoa. Okay. That's heavier than this can hold. Righto then. Okay. Perhaps I'll be leaving that there for now then. Let's try and shift the other one at least onto the pavement. So that people can get by. Apologies, vehicles. I will be hopefully fairly shortly out of your way. Depends if the game... Oh! What happened there? Come on. Come on, let me... Oh. Let me push it at least. Alright, fine. How do I... No, let me out, let me out. Oh my word. Come on, let me out. Oh no, I'm stuck at the ground. Whee! On the roof. And we're down again. Amazing. Alright. Let's try this another way, shall we? Let's try reversing. Oh man. This was not supposed to be a comedy episode. Turns out it's going to be whether I want it to be or not. Right, that has got over the curb, so I'll just keep reversing to that till I can push it right on the pavement. That's good. That's going okay. Go on. Oh. Blimey. Hey, there we go. That's it. Keep moving. There we are. You should hopefully be out of the way now. Will you drive on now? You will. Amazing. Okay. Right. Well, when we've got either a vehicle that needs to be filled with that, or a vehicle that can carry that, we will go and sort that out. For now, that is not the case. However, oh, I'll put that on the floor again. Right. Now, we need to think about upgrading. We really need to think about upgrading because, yeah. Oh, by the way, I did get some more money from the biogas plant, and I removed it because I didn't think that was fair. I think what we should do is... Yeah, its value is 0, so I think what we will do is sell it, and then any time we have to deliver there, we will buy it, drop the stuff off, get whatever pay we're due, and then sell it again. Just so that I don't get given the money that I don't deserve, because that's a bit funky. However, I have now got a little bit of money. What we don't have is the ability to make money out of this field. So first of all, I need a bigger tractor because this is not going to do the job. So I've installed a couple of mods. That's the wrong menu. There we go. A couple of mods of small tractors which are a bit more affordable. So these are obviously the ones we already had. We've got a Lizard R120, which is 117 horsepower plus. For 20 grand we can have 100 horsepower. For 15 grand, we can also have 100 horsepower. I don't know what the difference is between them. I'm guessing 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive, maybe? Doesn't actually say. TM600 heavy duty, whatever that is. Oh, it's the same. 5.6 ton, 90 mile an hour. 5.6 ton. They seem to be exactly the same. Manual and power shift. I don't understand what the difference is. I'm guessing that one is 4-wheel drive and one is 2-wheel drive. That's all I can imagine. Configuration. Comes with front weight, potentially. That seems to be a fixed front weight. As opposed to a linkage. Can we get a linkage? Extra 2 grand we can get barely any horsepower, but that, I don't know, maybe that's worth it. Wheel setup design, front loader attacher, we can have that for 1500, so that puts it to 17 grand. That might not be a bad shout, you know. Could have a John Deere one or nothing. Right, well that's nice. Okay, we have also got, like I say, the Lizard R120. But that's quite a bit more money. That's 35 grand. And what else did I get? We've got the Fiat for 24. That is 132 horsepower. That's quite significantly more, isn't it? 15 mile an hour though. It's not as fast. And then what else we got? Attachers. We can have a front hydraulic and PTO standard. So the front hydraulic is a grand. 1670. I don't know if we need that or not. Engine setup again. We can have a turbocharger on it for an extra 1500. That gives quite a lot. Let's take this off. Turbo and intercooler for 185. Oh my word, this thing can be tricked out. I quite like this tractor actually as a tractor, but we've got to make our money go far enough. That's the thing. Now I'm torn. Did I get any others? No, that's it. That's all we got. I'm torn between these two now. I mean, this one's significantly cheaper, but it's much lower horsepower. That's 10 grand difference, to be honest. We do need our money to go quite a long way, so maybe we will go with the John Deere. I think that's probably the way to go. We can't put anything on the front. We can get weights from here, but that's fine. I mean, that makes it no worse than what we got. The front loader, I think, is going to be worth having. I don't know how much a front loader costs, but then again, we can just add that later. So maybe I shouldn't bother for now. Let's just have a tractor. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. How much is the front loader as well? I mean, we could just buy the tractor and then we can add that on if we want it. I might buy a toolbox as well while we're at it. Right, we're going to buy you in your standard configuration. What other wheels have you got? Oof, an extra 2 grand for wheels. I think we'll go with the free ones, thanks. We're going to buy this. There you go. We now have a 100 horsepower tractor. Superb. Now, I'm torn between doing mowing and field work. We have got a harvester now, so maybe we should be doing the field work. But I'm a little concerned if you look at... Oops, excuse, didn't mean to go back in the menu. If you look at the state of this, I mean, yeah, it's going to be hard coming uphill. But then I guess we can go across. We could go across this field. That'd be fine. All right. Wrong menu again. There we go. So I guess then, if we have a look at mowers, again, I did get some mods in for mowers. Where are the mowers? Mowers, there's mowers. Cool. So down this end, we should have some new additions. I think these John Deere ones. Yeah, here we go. Oh, okay, everything with mod on. So from here we go. These are basically the same things, just with two different brands, the Kuhn or the John Deere mowers. So they're quite good. What's the difference between that one and this one then? Other than quite a lot of money. I have no idea. Okay, they're probably the next ones up, I guess. And we got some small ones as well. What's that one? Okay, so yeah, that's a back-mounted one. Okay. So we got some options there. It might be worth buying just a front one or something. What other options have we got? This is it. So I've not actually installed anything that's cheaper than... I guess it is a bit cheaper, but than what we could already get. Actually, these are pretty decent. We could have got that one. What's that one? 4 meters, 85 horsepower. So we can tow that one. So we got 27 grand. We could get one of these, and that wouldn't be the end of the world. But then we need a baler and a wrapper, basically, unless we could get a pit. We could do silage stuff again, but then we've got to wait for it, obviously. So, what have we got with baling? Baling technology somewhere? Balers, here we go. So, again, what was the mod I got here? John Deere balers. This is 12 grand. It needs a bit more horsepower than we got, but it does square bales of 180 centimeters. So yeah, that's same price. Is that 2 brands? No, it's not. I don't know what the difference is between those two. Maybe nothing. 180 to 240. I think we'd get away with the horsepower because it's usually quite forgiving in these. So that's an option. So that's 12 grand, and then what was it? Basically, that gets us up to about 22 grand. So it leaves us about 5 grand for our wrapper. We could just rent one, but we'd still have to move the bales. Bale wrappers. If we, for example, got the hybrid extractor, what does that wrap? Square. Oh, it would wrap those bales. So that could be doable. We could rent that. But then, like I say, we still have to move the bales. We could just maybe do hay for the first time. Maybe that would be cheaper. Or we could start looking at planting. The trouble is with planting is that we've then got to wait like a whole year, or part of a year for the thing to grow. But we do have, what do we have already? We've got the harvester. We've got a weeder. No, that's a cultivator, isn't it? So we don't have. We did have a weeder, didn't we? Have I left the weeder somewhere, or is that's the weeder? I think here, it's in the tall grass. I don't know what you are. I don't know. One of these is a cultivator, one of these is a weeder, and I don't know which is which because I'm pretty bad at that. But what we're missing then is, so we've got a cultivator and we've got a seeder. But I don't know if the cultivator would let us plough the field. Let's jump on and see what happens. Which is which? Let's hook up to them and see what they say. Oh, that's the case IH45. So if we go into this menu and look at cultivators, IH45. So that's a cultivator. Awesome. If I go to F1, can I do create field? It doesn't look like I can. Not with this thing. So I would need a plough in addition to that. And I'd need a seeder. I'll press escape again. Let's turn the engine off. Stop wasting fuel. So, ploughs. I mean, they start expensive and get more expensive. If I was to get something like that, that's 16 grand, and it needs way more horsepower than I've got. Whereas this one is 14 grand. We could do this one, but it's a 3-furrow, and it would take forever as well. What about you? Oh, you're tiny. I guess that's the plough we could probably use on the one we've got, isn't it? But that would just take me forever. What about the subsoilers? I know there's a cheaty thing. I don't know whether we consider it cheaty or not. Subsoiler, I think, will let us create the field. So that's 1.2 meters wide. So that would take a long time. 1.5 meters wide, 3 meters. So 8.5 grand for that, for 3 meters. We might get away with that, and I'm gonna assume that we could tow it. But that is 8.5 grand. So then we need a seeder as well. Seeders. Which, I mean, we could buy that one back, but we can't get it in the field, so that's no use. Yeah, we'd have to hire, I think. This is 3 meters, 125 horsepower. Again, we might get away with that. Maybe if we only go downhill. What are you compatible with? You do, yeah, the normal things you'd expect. So we could hire that. And then, I don't know. We've got nothing for fertilizing either. We could get the cheap one. Oh, that's 25 grand, so that's not cheap even. I think our best bet is going to be going for grass this time. I think that's the way it's going to have to go. Either that or I do another contract first. But I feel like I want to start working on our own stuff. At the end of the day, if I run out of money, then I can just skip over to doing a contract. So let's buy a mower. Oh, we'd also need a whatchamacallit, wouldn't we? A windrower, maybe. I don't know. It's one bit at a time. So 12 grand for that, which is 2.4 meters. I'm not going to spend that much. So 2.4 meters on that one. 3.1 meter. That's not bad. Then onto the mods. 3.1 meter. 15. 3.5 meters again. 13. 3.5 meters. Then all of this stuff's expensive again. 3.5 meters. So it doesn't really matter. I may as well just get a front mower because they're just as wide. And then, yeah, I don't know. Do these things swath? They kind of look like they've got the option to swath. But yeah, not with just one of them. I don't know what to buy. Is that one a swather? I don't think it is. This one definitely is. It's only 52 grand actually compared to the other stuff. That's pretty reasonable. So I think for the money, probably the Kuhn is the best one to get. The in-game one. 2.4, 3.1. Yeah. I think we're better off going with that. So let's buy that. And then we can also buy the baler, I think. So let's look at balers again. We can actually bale as we went. Where are the balers? I've lost them. Balers. So if we were to get... I don't know what the difference is between this. Just the colour maybe? No, it is the model number. 10 mile an hour. 180 to 240. 180 to 240. Yeah, I really don't know what the difference is. So should we get that one? I think we'll get that one. That leaves us with about 5 grand. So that's a decent setup now. I haven't factored into, of course, that I could sell this tractor, but let's keep hold of it for now. Here is my new John Deere, and oh, it is beautiful and large. I suspect that it is not going to be capable of running both of these machines at once. Oh, and it doesn't have a front attacher, does it? Duh. So that's irrelevant anyway. I forgot. Perhaps I should have gone for that other tractor, but then I wouldn't have been able to afford both of these things. There we go. Alright. Well, let's go and do some mowing then. It's a good start. It's a very good start. I didn't just realise I've just talked for like 20 minutes straight. That's terrible. I apologise for that. Let's... Oh, sorry. Pulling out in front of cars now. Let's... and I just realised I didn't walk to the shop as well. I instinctively just jumped to the other vehicle. I'm breaking all my rules today, and this is the wrong way. Took the wrong road again. Never mind. I think it's, yeah, dead opposite the gate, so that's fine. Let's, okay. Don't think I could have stopped if I'd wanted to there. Right. Let's do a bit of mowing then. Hopefully it's not too dark for you guys. Maybe I should advance time a little bit. Let's do that. Let's speed up time a bit. Get a bit more light into the field so you guys can actually see what's happening. We go on till about 9 o'clock or something. Man, look how much brighter it is now. There we go, 8:30 will do. I'll go back to real time just because there we go, it makes it a bit easier. And now I'll unfold it first. That's lower it, that's unfold it, and then we turn it on and away we go. Amazing. So yeah, we've got 5,000. Oh, we can go pretty fast with this as well. £5,658 left, which is not a lot of things. Things of money. Anyway, we'll not worry about that now. Let's do a quick time lapse, hyperlapse, sorry, of me mowing the field, and then we will move on after that. There we go, and then that one little bit that's bothering me. Lovely. Sorted. That is superb. Wow, I'm really impressed with that little mower. That made that job feel really easy. But that is going to do it for today. I think we've done more than enough there for one episode. I suspect the episode would be getting quite long otherwise. But yes, we have got a new tractor, a new mower and a new baler, which I will go and get in the beginning of the next one. So yeah, I think we've done really well today. We still have £5.5 grand left, which hopefully is going to be enough to rent the wrapper, and then I'm going to worry about moving the bales after that. I mean, technically I could carry them one at a time on this thing, or at least load up the little trailer I got, which I think will now go on the back of that one. I don't know if that'll have a like a car type hitch that will tow that trailer. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, anyway, turns out that mower actually leaves a nice swath. Although it's one, you know, they're all close together, there's lots of swaths. That's not going to kill me doing that once. It's better than it being like literally just covered in a carpet of grass, which would be a lot worse. But anyway, join me next time when we will bale this up and hopefully even wrap it and make a bit of money out of it. We shall see. But thank you very much for watching, people. Really appreciate it. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video, and maybe even subscribe if you're not already. That would really help me out. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye!